Hi guys, and welcome to a server update video. So today I'm just going to be showing you the new features, I guess, the new add-ons that I've been doing, working on, those kind of things, all that kind of stuff. It's all cool stuff. So the first thing I want to talk about is the ranks. So you can see now, I've tried to lay them out in rough colour anyway. You haven't got anything in chat at the minute. But when you come on the server, your writing will just be in white, just kind of like a default. You don't actually get anything prefixed to your name at all, so that's not actually relevant, but you'll just be writing in white. Then it's an Apprentice. Now, you can go straight to Builder, like, completely straight to Builder, but Apprentice basically means that you've got some of the skills to get to Builder. You're, like, on the way, basically. You know, you've got one of the key things, and then usually what I do with this one is I say, I've made a really good atmospheric plot. Can you now do one with loads of detail and kind of, like, feels, I don't know, like a really good house or really good interior, those kind of things. So most of the time what I do with the apprentices is, because I've seen something ridiculously good, but, you know, they just haven't got enough space to fill everything, I guess. Now, after that, you get Builder. So with an apprentice, you could actually have two plots that could make you Builder, even if one of them isn't strong enough for Builder. So I always keep that in mind, and this is kind of like a visual reminder, I guess, to myself. You get Builder, you get like a green writing. I don't think there's... No, there is Builders on anyway. But yeah, you get to Builder. That basically means that you get access to places like Builder plots, and in the future, or in the next couple of days actually, should I say, you're going to have access to a Dhaka city map, which is going to be like a Builder city. So it's literally just going to be a huge map. I'm actually on New Dhaka City right now, all the way in the woods, like really far in the woods. And yes, you'll be having access to that. Also, the Isles of Dakras map, there's going to be a Builder version of that. You're going to be able to build on that. That's going to be up pretty soon, so that's what will get you when you get to Builder. The next one along is Architect. So what the hell does that mean? Basically, someone that isn't just a builder, but they're also able to coordinate, you know, things, I guess. So somebody that's an architect, instead of just being able to build themselves, you know, they might be able to build a really nice house, but the kind of people that will be able to say, okay, right, we're going to build a medieval village. This is going to be the road going down here, then we're going to have shops in red, be able to actually plan out an area, and this is obviously on a small scale. Then we're going to have a castle here, this is going to be the castle area, nice big area, and, I don't know, trees or something. Actually, that's the same wall I used before. There you go, trees. And, you know, be able to plan something out, and kind of coordinate, I guess. That's what an architect will do, as well as being a good builder, but kind of looking for people that are really good with cooperating with people and helping people out, but most importantly, just everybody having fun, but also, you know, stuff like making sure that in an elven village, in an elven village, for example, yeah, in an elven village, there wouldn't be like a huge orcish fortress in the middle, like a Mordor tower just sticking out of it in this beautiful scenic, like elven village. That kind of stuff, you know, just obvious stuff, but by doing planning, not getting confused, those kind of things. The next one you have is Moderator. So there's only going to be a few moderators. Currently I've just got one, which is Tafnator or Zarius, kind of like seconds, I guess, and then there's me, which is Owner, which is in red. So I've got all the commands, and then Moderator's got most of the admin commands. It's just to kind of help out with smaller stuff. So yeah, added basically these two here are new. Well, I guess these three are new. So added a couple new ones. I don't think I'll be like adding any more. Don't think so anyway. Maybe. Who knows? But that's the first one. So ranks. What I'm also going to do, because this video is probably going to have quite a lot of little bits in there. You know, I'll probably put some stuff in the description as well. The next one is small plugins that I've added. So one of them is UCars. And what the hell is UCars? Well, if you grab a minecart now, you place that down, and I'm going to text this in LD Modern, don't worry. You can now drive it like a car. Yep, that's right. You got yourself a car. This is actually the start of a minigame that I'm going to be making on the server as well. But you can actually drive basically minecarts as cars around. Kind of cool. Or at least I think it's kind of cool. That's kind of one of them. Really easy. It's horse controls. So if I show you guys again, just look and press forwards. That's pretty much it. So it just goes where you look. Yeah, really simple, that one. There's not really too much I need to say about that. The next one, which is quite cool, is a chair mod. Or not really a chair mod, a chair plugin, I guess. If you place down a stair, and you step quite close to it, if you right click, you're now sat down. That's pretty awesome. I think that's pretty awesome. It's kind of ridiculous. Then you just press shift to get out of it. It's basically like a minecart. I think somebody's just kind of reprogrammed it to be like that. So you can do stuff like deck chairs, I guess. If we grab... let's grab some birch. There we go. If we put down some birch, now what we can do is... oh, there you go. Sit down here. You kind of look like you're sunbathing. We had some really cool, funny moments when people were making campfire and stuff like that. One thing that you might be worried about is that you're trying to place a stair right next to it or connect it onto it. And if you're too close, you will do this. And it does get annoying. What you need to do, and this is really easy, I just put in some blocks. Okay, so if we've got white, yellow here, and we've got red here, just be on this block, and then be just off that block a little bit. There we go. So if you're just basically on the side of that block, I guess. There we go. I'm right in the middle now. So as long as you're at least one block, now what you can do is you can just right click on those. As soon as I go in forwards, I get zapped in. So if you're doing a roof or anything like that and connecting on, just make sure that you're a little bit further back. If it gets super annoying, I'll make it so you're right next to it, and I might do that as well. But that one's quite cool. I thought that was just a nice little plug-in, I guess. It is really quite nice. You've also got, of course, P weather as well. You can do like storm. So this is like your own personal weather. So this doesn't affect the world, it just affects yourself. So it's really good for those people that don't like rain. Obviously, it doesn't have to rain, they got, sun. Pretty cool. As well, of course, I think I've shown this one before. P time, and they just put in like 12 PM. Actually, that's this time. If I do AM, there we go. Now it's AM. So, that's another one. Personal time. Pretty cool. That one's been on the server for a while, but, you guys might not know about it. The next one we've got is a really good review, basically, a review plugin. So say if I've made a plot, okay? I know that I'm not on the plot world, but, I've made this little house here, like this really, this is a terrible house. But, hopefully you'll get the idea from this. And I want the entrance here. And I want somebody to review it. I want the entrance to be here. All you have to do is you do /rm review. RM review. Why didn't that work? What's going on with chat? God damn it. Oh, I've got scale off. There we go. So, you can just see now I've put 2 up for review. And I get a little ping message as well. So does Zarius as well, or Taffinator, whichever one you see him. What I get is I get a list here, so you can see I've got a couple of them pending. So what I can do then from this is actually just warp to it. So there you go, I've got one pending for myself, and these are all just commands that I will do, but there we go, I have to do it, goddamn. Yeah, there we go. And I'll just ping me there. So if, for example, over here, I'll get kind of teleported over here. If I deny your build, it just means that it didn't make builder, but I'll still leave a load of signs around. Usually what I do is I use pink wool. So if you see a load of pink wool with signs spammed around your plot, and usually I do something like this, write a sign on it, write a sign on it, or do arrows. And the reason I use pink wool is just because it's so obvious that it's not supposed to be in your build. Unless it is, then I'll use something else. But I usually sign like a big one. But yeah, that's what I'll do. So you actually get a message as well saying that your plot's been reviewed. So if I just do... and I'll just accept mine, I guess. So RM complete. There we go. So now I've done that, and it's been approved. And it'll tell you like a message like that saying your build was assessed and approved or denied. But if it gets denied, it's not as big a deal as you might think. It's not too bad. The next one is really cool. It does kind of need a slight tutorial, I guess, just to show you how it works, but it's an elevator. It's a lift. An elevator or a lift, depends where you are in the world. You need a block of iron, and that's 100% you need. You also need some glass. Let's just get normal glass. Now, any material will do, so I'm going to go with red. Let's go red. You're going to need a button and a sign. And you might be like, what the hell? Why have we got all of this random stuff? And there's a new person on the server. Excellent. What you need to do is place down a block of iron in the ground, and then we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, and it can be higher than this. Place the button on the second block up, and then place a sign and leave it empty. You might be like, what the hell? But now if we make another floor, 1, 2, 3, and this is where our floor is going to be, so actually we're going to need an extra one there. Place just a block of glass above that, And this block of glass is basically wherever your floor is. If this was your floor, then that's where it'd be. If it was a little bit higher, and you can go up to 15 blocks, maybe we'll do it up here. So do it as if this is the floor, for example, or elevator or whatever. We just make sure we've got 3 blocks above that floor, put a button, put a sign, and just do okay like that. Now if we go down to the bottom one, and just right click, you'll notice that the chain, the actual sign, oh that was weird, ooh. The actual sign changes. So current floor 1, destination 2. Now if we right click this one, it activates that one, so that's current floor 2, destination 1. If we click this, it actually goes down. Okay, it goes up. Now it does look a little bit weird. As you can see, the glass block actually disappears for a little bit. But, oh, Jesus Christ, my face. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. You might be like, what the hell's this thing here? And how do you add another floor? You might be wondering as well. Well, just add one. That's it. You just do exactly the same thing. Button, empty sign. This is going to be this one. And open hand. Make sure you've got an open hand when you right click, otherwise you might do something weird like that. And a block will disappear. That's kind of weird. And now we've got 3 floors on this pillar. Now, if you right click the sign, and I'm going to do it here so it doesn't look like it bugs out. There we go, right click the sign, you'll see that destination changes, so that's what floor you want to go to. And that's what's really awesome about this and better than redstone stuff. So simple, so you go, okay, I just want to go to floor 2. There we go, we're on floor 2. I'll go to floor 3. And then from here I want to go all the way down to floor 1. Oh, okay. It might help if you actually stand on the right one. There you go. Can't leave elevator in use. So that's me trying to jump off, I guess. So yeah, really, really ace. You can make, obviously, this back material out of anything you want. I don't know if you can use a block. Let's have a look, anyway. Yeah, it doesn't like that. So I think you have to have a glass block here. Yeah, you have to have a glass block there. But to be honest, that's not a terrible thing. Yeah, really, really awesome. Okay, so if I just clear this down, I'm just going to punch this down. I'll show you guys the next one. The next one is also super, super duper useful. And I mean, seriously, like, I wish I had this before. If I just make a wall. So say we've made a house, we've got a wall. There we go. And I'm just going to clear down my inventory, and I'm going to grab a painting. And anybody that's played Minecraft knows this pain. If we just place down a painting like this. Okay, we got a painting. Now go open hand. Nothing in my hand, right? Right click on that. You'll see that it says scroll to change painting. Ah, yeah. Now this is just super duper awesome. So there we go. If we want this one, we just right click again. And painting's locked. So maybe we go, I don't want to do that one. So you just do it again. You just right click and then you scroll with your mouse wheel. And you'll get the right one. And it just goes for all of them. This is probably one of the best plugins ever. But you can use that on your own plots. So you can see there, it's just super. It's just amazing. Like, seriously. Now, was that ping it off? Haha. Oh. I need to put signs there. But yeah, that one's ridiculously good as well. So you got that one, so you can change paintings. I think that's a pretty good addition to the server. Okay, so the next one is called Dynmap. So I'm just going to tab out now. There we go. So a lot of people might know what Dynmap is. Basically, it's a gigantic map. It really is just a gigantic map. And you can see here I've got the Isles of Dacros. It's still rendering. It's been rendering for about 40 hours. Yeah, it's taken that long. I've done it in super high quality, and I'll show you what I mean. But what you can do is, if I just give you this address, and there'll be a link in the description just to this address. This actually has on the side, and if you just hover over this side, you can see what players are on. So if we just click on Modern Vintage, for example. So they're all over here. I think this is a plot world. It will show you where they are in the world. Now, probably when you guys go on this, it will be rendered out. I'm planning on getting everything rendered out properly, and it should be done at least in the next week or so, in like high def. But you know, we can have a look down here. And we're like, oh, that looks kind of cool. Well, you can also do this 3D view, and there we go. You can see part of it. So let's go back on to Isles of Dacros. If we just look at it flat, so there we go. We got the flat view here. You can see the warps as well. Now, this is ridiculously useful, because if you guys are going to be going on the server and you want to know, where I'm building, for example, you might be like, where is actually Still Pond in everything? So this is Still Pond, the Hobbit build, just over here. This is where you actually spawn. Where is that in relation to everything else, like the other town I'm building, and there's an Orcish build that I'm I'm doing over there as well. So this will show you map-wise where everything is in kind of, well, just in relation to everything else. It's great. And obviously as well, it will show you when you are on this map. It'll actually show you where you are. So pretty good. You can zoom in pretty far, you know, pretty close. It's not super duper, but really good anyway. If we just do the 3D, for example, and all you have to do is just hover over that. You got these different types of maps on the side. So this is Still Pond in basically 3D. Pretty ace. I think the Elven Forest looks great. So you can actually see how far it is from the Elven Forest, or the Deep Elven Forest here. I think that just looks super duper awesome, especially with the shadows with Dynmap. And this actually updates as well. It's like real-time updates. And you can see, Jesus Christ, I've got loads of loads of warps in this place. I haven't even been on this part of the island yet. Or this one, or this one, or this. Oh no, I've been on that one. But yeah, I'm still finding all the little islands. But yeah, if we just turn off warps, and you can always just turn them off here. Homes as well, I've actually got that disabled, so I might try and get it to disappear off there. Now, scale-wise of the Isles of Dacris as well, this will help you kind of tell. Now, that little village that I've started is all the way over here, and you can see just a little pink dot here. It's quite hilarious, really. There you go. So you can actually zoom in. Now, the textures are default, but it's still pretty cool to have a look at everything. And it might help you guys as well with what you kind of want to do, or if you want to have a look. And you can see the ginormous mountain as well. So really cool on that front. There's also a cave layer. Now this hasn't really rendered out yet, but this will show the caves. As you can see here, this is all it's done. It's been going for about 40 hours. It's not done too much. But if we have a look at, and there we go, New Dhaka City, for example, and New Dhaka City is a little bit buggy at the minute, but it's okay. Here we go. So this is New Dhaka City. This is, of course, a live version, so you can actually see when I'm doing like an episode, or if I'm working on something, you can actually jump over and have a look. For example, on this part here, have a look at the actual top-down view of what I've done lately, which in this part I haven't actually done anything lately, which is why it's so kind of bare and a bit barren, but at least you can see how far I am with the main island as well. You know, I've got all this part, I've got loads to do on that. But there is also the cave layer, so if we just go on to 3D as well, because this just looks cool. Here we go. There we go. So then you can actually see it in 3D, or at least partial 3D, and you can see the planes and stuff, how they look pretty cool as a scene. Now in this mountain it's actually empty, so if I just do the cave layer, which is the blue one, you'll probably see this, and this looks kind of really cool as almost like a radar, I guess. But it'll show basically empty caves. That's what it'll show. So over here, there we go. You can see a huge empty cave. So this is where I'm going to have a huge, basically military base, and it kind of shows up really obviously. Now over here, I think somebody flew in one direction, and you can see all the natural caves as well in Minecraft. So on a default world, you get this weird worm-like blob, I guess, which is very, very strange. But I think it looks pretty ace overall, so you can see all these plots. I'll get all of these again rendered out, but this is one of the main kind of features, I guess, and will really help out everybody. You can see that some idiots just decided to fly all the way over there, rendering a huge amount of the world, even though it's just this big. So yeah, that's great. Thanks, whoever that was. So yeah, you can like see Riverwood, for example, in default textures, or at least what I've got of Riverwood here. I need to update this map, but you can at least see, you know, what's going on in relation to everything else, as well as, you know, what it looks like from above. So it's kind of really, really cool in that way. So there's Dynmap. That obviously updates in real time as well. I've currently got it paused, so you know people aren't moving. But if I do, for example, if I just go back into Minecraft, if I do slash, this is one that I can do. Pause none. So there we go. You'll notice that I get all these messages at the minute. That's because it is currently it's currently rendering out these two little maps here, so it's giving me updates on those. There's a lot of tiles. There's a lot. So there you go. Or is it 649,000 on Isles of Dacris map? Yeah, that many. But now what we should see on this, we're hoping we do anyway. If anyone's moving, let's see if anyone's moving. I don't think they are. No? Anyone? well, you should see them moving. I don't know if it's just because I need to refresh then. We refresh and have a look at players. And it might actually be that, oh, there we go, you saw a little person here move. There you go. So they do actually move in real time, and I don't know why I haven't appeared on here. One of the other things that's really good for the players, it tells you basically what world they're in. So if you click on, for example, this one, we're on house. So we clicked on player, it's actually on the house competition. You can see that there's modern vintage, Zyref? Zyref? I don't know. Hercules. Wow. Or Heracles. How did you get that name? And the Cooter as well. So all of these people are on the same world. If we now click on this guy, see that this changed because all these people are on different worlds, and it automatically switches to this one, so you can see it's on plot world. So it's really cool for that as well. Really useful. But yeah. So make sure that you put your builds up for review. That's why I'm going to be doing them now. So if you do want anything for review, remember /rm review, and make sure that you do it on the entrance and also the direction you're pointing. So, say if I wanted to show you this tree, I don't make me start here, because I'll kind of go off on one. I'll just fly around. Whereas if I am clearly in where you want me to enter from, like here, for example, it makes it a lot easier for me, and it makes it a lot easier when I'm reviewing plots as well. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully that's given you a couple of the little extra bits on the server that kind of might help. But yeah, there's going to be a couple updates coming up soon with the new maps, both of the builder maps, the medieval one, which will be first, and then secondly it will be the modern one, the big city as well. And I might do at some point, whenever I get around to another load of world painter maps, do even bigger ones where we all just build together basically, which would be really awesome. So I hope to see you guys on the server, and I will see you on the next video later.